It took me about 6 years, a little less than 6 years, but almost 6 years to really make the turn. And it was a very, very dark period for me. All right. Very dark period for me. Not cool, not good. I remember what made a shift was when I experienced my first real shift when I gave up trying to become profitable by a certain time. I almost embraced the idea that maybe I'll never be profitable. So what? So what? I still love this. This still makes me feel alive. And I'm going to do it until I die, whether I'm good at it or not. I took that attitude one day. Strangely enough, that's what helped me experience my first shift. Now, I'm not saying the shift was going to profitability. I can identify that turning point when that pressure of, but I gotta be profitable. I dropped that. It just made me, I guess, different. It made me approach the markets differently. The attitude was different. You know, the pressure was relieved. Hopefully, you don't have to put a time on it. You might be the trader who gets it in 18 months. You might be the trader who gets it in 18 years. But if you love it, who cares? It's an amazing game. It is a teacher. Trading is a teacher of life. It is an activity that compels you to investigate yourself, to look within. It's spiritual in nature because you have to become reborn. You have to become better. It is not the work on the market. If you stay with this long enough, you realize the opportunity is not in the market. The opportunity is in me. The market is neutral. And based on me, what I get from the market is my creation. It is not what the market gives me. It is what I carve out of the market with my decisions. The market doesn't have decisions. The market doesn't have rules. It is ruleless. The market doesn't have law. It is lawless. The market is chaotic. It doesn't have order. So trading requires that you bring those things. The market doesn't have them. The market doesn't have laws, so you have to bring the law to the market. I will not lose more than $300 on this trade. I will take profits at this level. Those are laws. You bring the law. The market doesn't have laws. The market can't stop itself. You must stop the game when the game should be stopped. You must bring order, your trading plan, to the market. The market doesn't have order. You must bring the tactic, the technique, the stop out points, the add points, the rules for adding. You bring all of these things. You can get yourself into this trap where you're constantly looking for the opportunity in the market, but it's really in you. And largely, it's just doing what you know you should do. I find that the vast majority of my traders who are not doing it, not getting it well, they don't need to know anything new. They just need to do what they know already. Like I said before, knowing what to do is no guarantee that you do it. But I find that a lot of traders can get into this trap of thinking that because they're not trading well, they need the next thing. They need the next indicator. They need the next trading platform. They need the next program. They need the next platform. They need the next mentor. What a lot of them need to do is stand still. And now let's put to work what you already know. You don't need another thing. Just do it. But yeah, the activity is special because it forces you to work on yourself. And it forces you to become disciplined. It forces you to keep your word. What is a stop loss other than your word? It elevates you and therefore elevates your life. Because I've said this 1,000 times. If you become a more disciplined trader, it is impossible to not become more disciplined in every other area of your life. Discipline doesn't just stop working when the market closes. If you have become a disciplined trader, The discipline doesn't get turned off. It stays with you 24 hours. You can't become a better trader and not become a better human being, a better person. It spills over into every other aspect of your life, every other corner of your life. And trading is connected with live traders. It has all the elements of things that we experience in life, like when do you cut a bad person out of your life? When is it time to end a toxic relationship? When is it time to kill a stock that's not doing the right thing? It's the same thing. Your relationship with this trade is like the relationship with someone in your life. When is it appropriate to double down on a trade? When is it appropriate to double down on a relationship or double down on a business opportunity? Sometimes we have to add something to a relationship, right? Sometimes you have to add to your trade. You've got to know when to enjoy it as well. It can't all be work, profit taking. You got to enjoy the fruits of your labor, profit taking. You have to pick quality people to be around you. Isn't that your trading list? Quality stocks. This is my quality stock list. And then before you act, you have to make sure that certain criteria is met and that this has risen to be, without a shadow of a doubt, what should be acted on. That's a life skill, to know when to act on something that is good, to be able to define this is good, this is not good. That's a life skill. Trading has it all. You can't become better in trading and not become better in everything else in your life. It is impossible. This is another reason why it is spiritual in nature. It elevates the soul, it elevates the individual, and in turn it elevates every other aspect of that individual's life. Trading is truly divine. You've got to experience every possible way to lose thousands of times. You have to become so intimate with every possible mistake that can be made that you stop making it because you're so familiar with it. It is what you become familiar with becomes easier to conquer. But trying to keep it at bay keeps you fearful of it, scared of it. But you've got to go through it. You've got to go through loss. You can't go around it. You got to go through it. And at a certain point, it's all behind you. Do you understand what I'm saying? Just make sure that you can do this narrowing down, but just make sure that you do not do that at the expense of doing a lot of trading, all right? Because that's what the vast majority of you guys need right now. You need to be able to trade a lot without the fear of losing. You need to trade knowing that loss is necessary right now for me. And it changes the mental attitude. You do know what the law of practice promises. It is impossible to not get better at something you keep doing the right way over and over and over again. That's the law of practice. It's impossible. That should be motivating. That should be encouraging. You just have to know what the right way is. But once you know the right way to do something, and you keep doing it the right way to the best of your ability over and over again, even if the results are bad at first, you can't not get better. It's impossible. It's freaking impossible. But you've just got to keep going, traders. You got to keep going.